Hello everyone, I'm Frank and welcome to Learn How to Sudoku, where we take a very easy variant Sudoku puzzle and we break it down in detail so that you can learn how to Sudoku. Today's very easy puzzle is called Atomium, Brussels by Will Power, and here are the rules. We have normal Sudoku rules apply, which means in every cell in this grid, place a single digit from 1 through 9 such that there are no repeats in any row, column, or designated 9-cell region, which is a box. We have arrows, where numbers on arrows sum to the number in the arrow circle or pill, and this is an example of a pill. The pill is read from left to right. Numbers do not repeat on arrows. So, along an arrow, the sum of the digits on the arrow sum up to the number in the circle. So these would add up to this, these two would add up to this, these two here would add up to this, etc., and or pill. For example, these 3 digits would add up to these digits read from left to right. So if this were like, say, 21, these 3 digits would add up to 20. Sorry, if this were a 2 and a 1 here, these 3 digits would add up to 21 then. And so this could be something like 5, 7, and 9 then, if that's the case. So this is an example of an arrow that would work. And that's how arrows work. We have thermometers, where numbers on thermometers increase from the bulb end. And there is an arrow and a thermo on all cube edges shown. So this is the cube, right? So this is an arrow, and this is the thermometer going this way. This is an arrow with this as the bulb, and the thermometer goes this way. This is an arrow with the arrow going this way. This is the bulb. And sorry, this is the bulb of the thermometer going this way. This is a circle attached to the arrow, so these 2 digits must add up to what that digit is. And it's the same for these digits and these edges too. And an example of how thermos work is... Wait, how does... Right, okay. So basically, along every thermometer is also an arrow, right? There's an arrow with the bulb being here, or the circle being here. Sorry, I keep referencing bulb. Bulbs are only for thermometers. So for arrows, the circle is here, and the arrow is in these 2 cells. So, for example, you could have on the thermometer something like 3, 5, and 8, because it's continuously increasing from the bulb to the tip. And that works also for the arrow, because 5 and 3 add up to 8. So that's you have to keep that in mind for all the edges of this cube, which is the atomium, I guess, that we're exploring. He says there's an arrow and a thermo in all cube edges shown. Sudoku pad does not show this very well. So for every edge of this cube, you have an arrow going one direction and a thermo going the other direction, which makes sense because, right, the digit in the circle must be the sum of the digits along the arrow. So that must be the greatest digit. And the second greatest digit has to be this digit, and the third greatest digit is this one. So this is the smallest digit, medium digit, and the largest digit there. And that's the same for all the edges of this cube. We also have killer cages, where numbers in cages sum to the number in the top left corner of the cage. So for example, these 3 digits must add up to 11, these 3 must add up to 10, and these 3 must add up to 15. So as an example, we could have 3, 6, and... I can't have 6. 3, 5, and 7 here. And that would add up to 15. And that would be a valid example for the killer cages. And finally, we have the rule set of crop key pairs, where numbers with a white dot between them are consecutive, and not all possible dots are given. So, for example, if this were a 4, this would have to be a 3 or a 5 to make sure that these digits are consecutive. And those are all the rules. If you'd like to play along, there's going to be a link in the description. And now, I'm going to get started. Let's learn how to Sudoku. Okay. We know these digits can be at most 1, 2, and 7. And these digits can be at most 1, 2, and 8. So these are the digits 1 through 7 here. Obviously, this is a sum of 2 unique digits. Oh, yeah. It says numbers cannot repeat on arrows. So remember, I forgot to say that. I forgot to highlight that. Oh, well. That means these digits must add up. These are unique digits, and they must add up to that digit. Well, you have 1, 2, 3 unique sets. And you have 4 digits that it's greater than. So this has to be 6 or 7 here. And we know, so, okay. These digits, again, must be smaller than this digit. And this can only be 6 or 7. These digits, so these 4 have to be smaller than this. These 2 also have to be smaller just because of the way that this works. Since this is greater than 4 other digits, this is only 5, 6, or 7. Well, the digits here, if it's 5, this has to be at most 1 or 4. So these digits are always going to be smaller too. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 digits that are smaller than this digit. That means this must be a 7, and this must be a 1, 2 pair. That means these are 3, 4, 5, and 6. The only pair that already adds up to 7 is 3 and 4. So this must be 3, and this must be 4, because you have to increase from the bulb of the thermometer to the tip. This must then be a 5, 6 pair, which forces this to be 1 and 2. Okay. This digit has 3 digits smaller than it. It cannot be a 3, so it could be at least 5. It could be 6, or it could be 8. It can't be 7 because of the 7 in the column. The 7 is going to be the sum of these 2 digits. So it's either 1, 6 or 2, 5 here. And this is the smallest one. So this is 1, 2, that's 5 or 6. This is an 8 and 9 pair because those are the only remaining digits in that central box. If this were 6, this would have to be 3 and 3, so this can't be 6. If this is 5, this would be 2. And if this is 8, this would have to be 5. So either way, 5 has to be one of these 2 digits, which means this cannot be 2 and 5. It must be 1 and 6. Okay. So these digits must add up to what these 3 digits are. Well, 3 digits can only add up to a 2-digit number if it's in the teens or if it's 20-something. So this must be a 2, which means this can't be 2. This is 5 and 8. Therefore, this is a 1, 2 pair adding up with 11 to add up to, or adding up with 8 to add up to 11. And 1 can only be consecutive with 2, so this can't be the 1, because if this is 1, 2 can't be here because 2 is on the other side. So this must be 2, this must be 1. This 2 must be consecutive with 3, because the 1 is already in that box. This 2 eliminates 2 here, so this is 1, which makes that not 1, so that's 2. This is 20-something. It cannot be 22, so it's 23 or 24. We're not sure which. If it's 23, this is 6, 8, 9. If it's 24, this is 7, 8, 9. So either way, there's an 8 and 9 here, and the other one is 6 and 7. Okay. The remaining digit in column 5 has to be a 9, because that's the only remaining digit. 8 with 1 and 2 must have a 6 and 7 to add up with it. So 8, 1 and 2, 6 and 7 add up to 8. So this is a 6, 7 pair. Therefore, that forces this to be 4. Therefore, this can't be 4 here. This is 23, which means this is 6, 8, and 9, adding up to 23. Okay. Um, okay, what else do we have? This adds up to 15. It cannot be 168, and it can only be 159. So this is a 159 triplet, which eliminates 1, 5, and 9 from the rest of the row. Where are the 5 and 9 then in row 7? They can't be actually in this right-hand box, or lower right box. It cannot be here, it can't be here, because these have to be 6, 8, and 9 specifically. So 1 and 5 both have to be here. One can't be the digit in the circle, so one has to be one of these two digits. What are the remaining digits in row 9? We have 1, 4, 5, and 7. So this cannot be 5 or 1, so this is 4 or 7. Where is 1 in row 9? It can't be either of these cells because there is only a single digit here. That must be less than it. So therefore this must be the 1 here, which means this can't be 1. This is 2, which makes this 1. This must be 2 and 6 to add up to 8. This is 1 and 7, therefore, to add up to 8. This 6 eliminates 6 here, so this is 5. 5 can't be here because of this 5, so this is 6. 5 cannot be here because of the 5 in the column, so this is 9, which makes this a 5. This 9 eliminates 9 here, so that's an 8, which makes this a 9. The remaining digits in column 4 is 4 and 7. The remaining digit in column 6 is an 8. So this is 8 here, which forces this to be 9. So then this must be 1 and 8 to add up to 9 also. This 1 and 4 adds up to 5. The 1 and 7 would add up to 8. So this is 5 or 8. That means this is 2 and 3 or 2 and 6. And 2 and 6 cannot be here because of the 6 in the row. So this is a 3. That makes this 5. This makes this 4 and the 7. The remaining digits in row 9 are 4 and 5. And 4 must be less than 5. So this is 4 and that's 5. Okay. Let's see. What are the remaining digits in row? Let's go 6. And 6, we have 3, 4, 6, and 8. Right? This can't be 4 because of the 4 in the column. And in row 5, the reason why we're doing this is because we have a crop key dot here. So we can get more information from that crop key dot. So we have 1, 2, 7, 9 remaining in row 5. Well, this can't be 3 because of the 3 in the box. This can't be 8 because of the 8 in the box. These cannot be 1 and 9 because of the 1 and 9 in the box. So this is a 2, 7 pair. This 2, 7 pair eliminates 2 and 7 in the rest of the row. So this can't be 2 or 7. Therefore, this is 1 or 9. 2 is only consecutive with 3, and 7 is only consecutive with 6. So this can never be 4 here. Okay. This 8, 9 pair eliminates 8 and 9 here. So this is 6, which means 6 cannot be here. This 1 eliminates 1 here. Where's the 1 in row 7? It has to be here because it cannot be the sum of 2 other unique digits. Can't be here because of the 1 in the column, and these have 1s in their boxes already. So this must be 1. Okay. What's the rest of row 7? We have 2, 3, 5, 7, 9. But 5 cannot be here. This can't be 2, 3, or 5, so this is 7 or 9. 2, 3, 5, 7, 9. No 5 here. And 2, 3, 5, 7, 9. 9 cannot be here because of the 8, 9 pair in the box. This can't be 7 because that would add up with another digit to not add up to this digit if it's 5 at most. This can't be 2. This can't be 3 either, because if this is 2 or 3, it doesn't have a 1. 2 cannot be the sum of two unique digits in normal Sudoku. And 3 would only be if it's 1 and 2 here, and 1 can't be here. So, if this is 5, this has to be a 2-3 pair. If this is 7, this has to be a 2-5 pair. So either way, in this box, 2 has to be one of these two digits here. Okay, what are the possibilities for this? 4 has to be one of these. So either this is 4 and this is 3, or this is 4 and this is 5. This can never add up to 7. Where is the 7 in this box? Then it can only be here. So this is 7, which forces this to be 5 and 2. That makes this 4 and 3 here. This 7 eliminates 7 here. This is a 9. This digit is greater than that. It's only 3 and 2, so this is 2. That's 3. This 3 eliminates 3 here, so it must be 6, which makes this consecutive with 7. So this is 7, that's 2. This can't be 6. This 6 eliminates 6 here, so it's 8. This can't be 6 or 8, so it's 4, which makes this a 3. Okay. The remaining digits in row 8 are 6, 7, and 8. So this is 6 or 7, this is 7 or 8, and this could be 6, 7, or 8 here. So I'm looking at basically the remaining rows and columns which have the most filled out. Let's go for this left central box. This has to be specifically 6 or 7 because of the 1, 9 pair in the box and the 2, 3, 4, 5, and 8 already being in the box. That leaves this as a 4 and a 5. And this 4 eliminates 4 here, so this is 5, which makes that 4. In column 7, we have 3 digits remaining. They have to be specifically 3, 4, and 7. Well, 3 and 4 cannot be here because of the 3, 4 in the row, so this is 7, and these are a 3, 4 pair. We have 5 digits each in column already accounted for in column 8 and column 9, and column 2, and column 3. So let's focus first on column 9. The possibilities are 2, 5, 8, and 9. Well, this can't be 5 because of the 5 in the row. This can't be 2 or 8 because of the 8 in the row. Well, 9, this can never be 9 because it has a digit that's going to be greater than it, so this must be a 5. Well, out of 2, 8, and 9, what digits are less than 5? It's only 2. So this is 2, which means this can't be 2 here. Okay. Remaining digits in column 8. I have 1, 6, 8, and 9. This can't be 1 or 8. It could be 6 or 9. That works for both. This can't be 6. This can't be 9. And that's all we have for that. Let's look at let's look at column 2. We cannot have a 6 or 7 because of a 6, 7 pair in the column. We can't have 2, 8, and 4, so the remaining digits are 1, 3, 5, and 9. Well, this can't be 1 or 5. If this were 3, that would force this to be 2 and this to be 1, but this can't be 2 because of the 2 in the row, so this can't be 3. Therefore, this is a 9. Therefore, neither of these can be 9. This can't be 5 because of the 5 in the row. This can't be 3 because of the 3 in the row. This 9 eliminates 9 here, so this must be a 6. So this cannot be 6 here. What are the remaining digits in row 2? we have 3, 4, and 7. Well, this can't be 3 or 4 because of the 3 or 4 in the column, so this is 7. This can't be 3 because of the 3 in the column, so this is 4, which makes this 3. That makes this a 4. This digit must be less than 7. Okay, this 7 eliminates 7 here, so that's 6, which makes this 7, which makes this a 6. This 6 and 7 eliminates 6 and 7 in this box, or this cell. So that's 8, which makes this 7. This 9 eliminates 9 here, so this is 1, which makes that 9. This 1 eliminates 1 in these cells, so this is 3, and that's 5. Okay. We in column 1, the remaining digits are 1 and 2. 2 cannot be here because of the 2 in the row, so this is 1, that's 2. We have in column 3, the remaining digits are 6 and 8. 6 can't be here because of the 6 in the row, so that's 8, which makes this 6. This 1 eliminates 1 here, so this is 8, which makes this not 8. This is 9. This can't be 8 or 9, so that's 1. This 8 also eliminates 8 here, so that's a 9, which makes this an 8. So yeah, basically, looking at the most restrictive things is usually very helpful, obviously. That's the usual plan of attack whenever I start going normal Sudoku. So I was also looking at these restrictions on the thermometers, right? So I noticed that the thermometers had a pretty big restriction for these two cells. That's why I attacked essentially going after column 9 first. But you can attack it in any which way, as long as you keep the other restrictions in mind. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Learn How to Sudoku, and I'll see you next time on Frank Puzzles. Take care.